Very interesting day in the world of football. We had a lot of a lot of weird shit today. Just before the Champions League days, just before Barcelona versus Chelsea, the biggest game of the season so far, because every game that Barca plays is the biggest game of the season. First of all, Manchester United took on Everton today. Now, obviously, this is not a super huge fixture. It's Manchester United, Everton. They're both fodder teams that have been irrelevant for about over a decade now. Everton much longer, but something very interesting happened today that doesn't usually happen. Idrissa Gueye got a red card in the 10th minute. I know what you're thinking. A red card is not that crazy. It happens all the time. 10th minute, it's a bit early, but you know what's the big deal, man? Idrissa Gueye slapped his own teammate Robbie Keane and got a red card. When is the last time you've ever heard of some shit like that? Now I'm gonna let the clip play. I'm gonna talk a little bit more, but just look at this shit, bro. Hold on, let me get the headset on, bro. Hold on, let me make sure noise is on.
There's a real mix-up to give the ball away to Bruno Fernandes, but
look at this shit. Okay, this is where I think it starts. This is where it starts. So Gueye, they're trying to play at the back. He gives it to Keane, who obviously should be going to this ball. He doesn't. He kind of lets it run. Then Bruno has the shot. It's a dangerous situation. Gueye he is right to get mad in this situation. There's no reason why Keane, number 5, who I'm circling with my mouse, there's no reason why he's not going to this ball. Very, very strange behavior from him.
To give the ball
and then,
away.
hold on. And then Gueye crashes out like crazy. Maybe overreacts a little bit. He is right to be upset, though, but maybe he is doing a bit too much. Keane's, like, getting in his face and shit, telling him, go back into the midfield, boy. I bet that's what he was saying. Get back in the midfield, nigga. Quote for quote, that's what Keane said. Get back into the midfield, nigga. And then he pushes him to get on the ground, pushes him, and then Gueye's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And then he kind of just touches his face. It's kind of hard to see here because it's shit quality. I'll show it again. He kind of touches his face. Keane is just yelling at him. He gets a red card. Keane's like, yeah, what are you doing? You're fucking stupid, bro. And then Pickford's here trying to break it up. Gueye is still yelling at him. Keane's like, get the fuck off the field, bro. He's celebrating a red card of his own team. He is like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out. Get off the pitch, bitch. Oh my god, a hilarious situation. Here's a better angle for it. A bit clearer. Just kind of touches him up a little bit. Obviously, this is kind of assault. I think it is a bit soft, though. But Keane did push him first. Like, don't be putting your hands on me, nigga, or else you're going to get slapped. That's probably what Gueye said. What else was I going to say? Yeah, strange situation. Here's another angle of it.
In the end.
Here's another angle of what was going on here. Bro, look at this shit, dude. Boom, pushes him. It's like, what the fuck? Slaps him. Hey, man, my situation, my opinion on this, bro. It's fucking hilarious. Do I think it's a justified red card? You know, sport might be a little bit gone. This is a very, in my opinion, soft red card. I don't think I would go for a red card like this, especially if it's on his own teammate. I wouldn't even say this is a red card against the opposite team. But, yeah, that is where it is. Everton fans, let me know what you guys think about this. This is fucking bizarre. Craziest thing about this, Everton ended up winning the game anyways. They won 1-0, so maybe this was for the best. Threw United off their game because they didn't fucking expect this shit. Crazy scenes. Kind of forces the question of, like, what do they do from here? Will they make up? Will one of the players force the other to leave? Like, will they give the club an ultimatum? Very, very exciting prospects of what can happen in the aftermath of this situation. Very, very funny. Now let's get on to the main news. I'm I fucking told you guys for a while now this club would implode in on itself. They don't fucking like each other. They can't handle a serious manager. Oops. What the fuck? They can't handle a serious manager with standards. So now they're trying to force him out the club. Breaking, multiple Real Madrid players now want Xabi Alonso fired. Their relationship with the coach is broken. Some important club executives now believe it's necessary to fire him. Now, we heard about this a few weeks ago after the loss against Rayo Vallecano. Xabi Alonso was getting mad that Vinny was dribbling too much. Vinny was saying some shit like, "Oh, we don't want to win" or something. There was news that Bellingham is like not even listening to the tactical analysis the tactical instructions that Alonso's giving him, that he's going far too high and he's supposed to be playing in the midfield. He's not listening. There was some other thing about Fede Valverde not wanting to play right back anymore and refusing to play right back. And then and Vinny, you know, after the huge explosion at El Clasico when Vinny was being the most dangerous player on the pitch and then Xabi Alonso took him off. Just a lot of things building up to this, man. And it kind of, in my opinion, it got confirmed this weekend when they played against Elche yesterday, when they played against Elche and Vinicius Jr. and Fede Valverde didn't start. It kind of confirmed those theories to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but in my opinion, I think it did. And now this comes out, bro. And there are reports that Florentino Perez wasn't even the one to want Xabi Alonso. It was some other person in the club because he thought that the players needed some type of structure. He was not a first pick for Florentino Perez. Vinicius has won 2 Champions Leagues. Mbappe is their golden baby. So is Bellingham. Yeah, I think it's very obvious who the club will pick in some type of civil war situation. The club will side with the players. Xabi Alonso, I feel like if there is a genuine break in the relationship, which it does seem like it's been going on for like weeks now, if there is like a genuine break in the relationship, Xabi Alonso will not get the favorable end of the situation, dude. And he's new to this, bro. He's used to serious managers like Pep Guardiola, and I'm not gonna say Mourinho because he's unserious as well. He crashes out on his players, but he's used to people with standards and shit. He did this shit back at Leverkusen. They won everything damn near, and he tried to implement that at Real Madrid. He needs to understand that Madrid's a different type of club, man. They don't do things the normal way. The players act like they're getting attacked because he wants them to practice on time. Not even trolling. There was literally an article about how the players were upset that Alonso would not let them travel after a game. Like, how do you compete with that, bro? How do you win with that with players like that? It's crazy. Now, obviously, this isn't too confirmed. The source is Jorge C. Picon. I don't even know. Followed by Fabrizio Romano. You know. There might be this. I'm edging on 55%. This is true. 60% maybe. And then here's more contract negotiation issues with Vinny Jr. New. Vinny Jr. currently earns $18 million a year after tax with Real Madrid. The club offered him a renewal with $20 million net a year, but the player did not accept. When asked to make a counteroffer, the player's representatives requested a historic contract in the region of the highest ever at the club, similar to CR7's, with a package of up to $30 million per season. This includes salary, performance bonuses, and a renewal bonus. Talks have now stalled. Hey, man. If you ever want to see Vinicius self-implode, bro, just leave himself to his own things, bro. You know, I might get some shit for this, but I don't even think it's too crazy that he's asking for this. If you want to think about it, Ronaldo in 5 years at Madrid, 6 years, won 1 Champions League in his first 6 years. Vinny has won 2. Who really is the bigger impact at Real Madrid, bro? They won 1 La Liga in Ronaldo's first 5 seasons. Vinny's won 2. Who's actually 3, I think. Who's really the Who's really the more important player between Vinny and Ronaldo, bro, all time for Madrid? Maybe not as many goals, but they won a lot more with Vinny so far. I don't think it's too crazy for him to ask for this, but I don't know if Madrid will be willing to pay for this, especially with how he's been playing the past year. He's not been at his highest level. So yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it's too crazy for him to ask this if you consider what he's won in the past 6 years. The last season that he played kind of brought down his value, but he is a very important player to Madrid. I don't know if they will meet this, but I don't think anybody else in the world will meet this. So I think he will at some point re-sign because nobody else is re-signing this shit. Yeah, I already read this. Basically, that's it. Hey, man, big Champions League games tomorrow. I will be live making the review and shit. Barcelona versus Chelsea. Biggest game of the fucking season so far. I love my club. We will we will win. We will prove ourselves. Dominate the number 2 in England at the moment. Chelsea that have been pretty good so far. We will show levels. We will show that we are the best team in the world with our keeper back, with Rafinha back. Not Pedri. He might still be out, but we will have 90% of our starting lineup. So, there we go. Catch you guys later. Peace.